Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. I am so sorry for the interruption. But I can't finish this at home. Our leader and Mr. Cervantes, everybody, does not want me to finish this. But tonight is really important. Tonight's a big one. I hope you all tuned back in. Let me give you all a little time to tune back in. Let's see them. Mr. Aguilar, unblock me, you coward. Unblock me so I can address you. Unlike you, I am not afraid to answer any questions. Anything I've said here, please come ask me where I heard it. Anything. Anything. You all tune them in. You all know we have rights. Did you all know, did you council members know that we have rights? Can you imagine that? If you all really, really knew your constitution, your codes, you know, like you're running for, you know, those ones. It is our right to speak up, to voice our opinion. Let's see, y'all, you get your codes. 24112A, 24112. This is constitutional rights. No Indian in exercising powers of self-government shall A, make or enforce and law prohibiting the free exercise of religion or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceable to assemble and to petition for redress of grievance. It is our right. What gives you the right, Robert, to take this from me? Nelva, I don't even know why you're there, Nelva. I don't know why you're there. But I want to know, and I want to know how much we pay you to be there. And for what? How many times do we pay you? Do we pay you for both positions? Idiots. Man, look these up. Look these codes up. Your rights. They're trying to stop me. They don't want me to do this. But tonight I will make sure I finish this. Because this one has a lot that they don't want you to see. But pretty soon more will come out. Because I'm not done, they will not stop me. I will fight any battle. As long as it takes, I don't care. I will fight and fight and fight. I can't even be in my home, my own home, and smoke my weed, my plant, my marijuana, nothing. Because they're doctors now, they're psychiatrists. 30-year-old doctors and psychiatrist children. I can't even do my feeds in my own home, express my opinion in my own home. Where are you sitting at right now, Gabe, Nelva, Tyner? Are you all in your own home? Judge Dahl, you over here on 127, what does it say? Is that one of our homes? Or are you paying for that out of pocket over here? We just come and put all these criminals up. Literally, we just house them. We're just putting them up high, giving them everything. I had to stop earlier and leave my home so I could finish this. But when I stopped, I was talking about one of our new council members. Miss Ardina Orozco was brought up today. I was told that she was in charge of systems of care before it shut down. But this was just to justify payment. So I would like to know if that's true. I want to know if these things are true. Are we paying all these people twice? And why? It's just a question. If there's nothing to hide, you all should answer them. These aren't my questions alone. These are the questions of your fellow tribal members that voted for you. And none of you want to answer them. I had no idea you did systems of care. So let us know. Let us know, Ardina, how that went out. How did that play out? Did you double dip? Because your people want to know that voted you in. Jamie Valdez and Sharon Scott, let's see your background before you tear our accounting apart. I go to accounting a lot when I was working with child support, you know. You have to go get little things. Man, I've seen some women there go all day. I've seen some of them miss lunch. But they're over here training these non-tribal crooks to take their place. To take their place. Man, that's crazy. That we're going to train non-tribal crooks to replace tribal people that know the job already. I'm just going to look over these really fast because, you know, I had to cut everything short and I don't know if I forgot anything. If I left anything out. I had a lot of people calling wanting to know about why this man was brought to our casino when he has such a huge debt in child support. And our kids are so important to you, Gabe. You built them a whole baseball field. We all see it every day. It's just sitting there right in front of us. Let's see if you members will redeem yourself, you council members. Start working for your people. Mr. Sean Youngman's words. Great words. Great words. Y'all go look at his wife's posts. Listen to your people. I'm not the only one speaking. Look up Miss Brenda Lester's post. Mrs. Brenda Lester posted for her husband while he posted on hers. Read it. He's addressing you all regarding his baby. Read it. Do you council members know? Are you aware that we have rights? That you all can go up and tell Mr. Aguilar no? Just 3 of you. That's all we need. Just 3. You mean to tell me out of all you council members, you don't see anything being done wrong? None of you want to speak up? None of you want to speak up about any of these allegations that I talk about, any of these rumors, because it all pertains to us, to our money, to our entities, to the people running them, to the people that are getting double salaries sometimes. Let's see this. Miss General Counsel. Let me see your pay, Nelva. Do you get paid for General Counsel or do you get paid for COVID relief funds, whatever you're in charge of? Are you double dipping too? Let's get our people out of tents and into homes. Do you remember when Mr. Chino did that? I spoke to an elder today, a very, very wise woman. And she told me, if you all want to know her name, you ask me, I'll tell you. Unlike Mr. Aguilar, I'll share this one because y'all should sit down with her. She had so much to say. But she said, you know, Mr. Chino and Mr. Aguilar, I know you'll know who I'm addressing because she told you the same story. So Mr. Chino came and he brought all these homes because he didn't like his people living in tents and sheds. Do you all remember when you lived in sheds? How many of you lived in sheds? There used to be a few of them still up at Flats. Right there by the corner where the stars live. There used to be a little pink one right there. There was these little sheds, these little tiny homes. I would like to know how it is we're going backwards. Our tribe is going backwards. Instead of putting roofs over our people's homes, our people's heads, as Mr. Chino did, they're living in tents. Literally tents. In yards outside their family's house. Drive around your neighborhoods, you'll see it. Mr. Aguilar, how many of you have ever lived in a tent through a whole winter season? Can you do it, Marine? Don't you think it's sad that through all your administration you haven't put anybody in homes? But you talk so great about your people and how much you love them? Look at that. Remember, people, remember, my Mescalero people, we put every one of those council members in that seat. The only one we did not put there was Dorlin. No, we didn't put Dorlin there. Some of us tried, but there wasn't enough. Nettie had more votes than Dorlin, but Nettie's not his mother-in-law. Nettie's not his cousin, his sister, his mom. Dorlin is. Dorlin, let's look at that. I heard a rumor that Miss Dorlin will be going back to IHS as COO. Is this true? Is this true? Who are we moving up to the branch of forestry once it becomes a 638? Who's going to fight our legal battles against Ruidoso? You know, Ruidoso, we're just opening that up for them. They can sue us so easily. Who's going to fight that? Nelva can't. Look, she's already losing everything we got. Did you all put her there? Did you all put General Counsel Nelva Cervantes, charge of COVID funding, whatever? Do you all need all these titles to make yourself feel this special, this big? You big old bullies. IMGR and casino open. 100% stopping COVID checks. So, you all realize that IMG, Frizzell's Casino, you know, Frizzell's Casino, he'll come up here in a little bit, but his casino is going to be hosting some concerts coming up. With all these new strains coming out, Texans not having to wear a mask and then coming to our resort because, you know, on Mr. Aguilar's roundtable the other day, it was regarding our industry, our tourism industry, and how huge it is. We are the biggest in the southern area. But, okay, get this. We're going to host all these concerts, open our casino back up, our everything. Bring all these people in. Risk our people for outsiders, for money we don't see. But you're not going to have a general meeting to address your people, to address these questions, these serious concerns. How are you going to have T.I., this man facing all these sexual allegations, come to my casino? To my indigenous people's casino? I really hope you all ask for some type of explanation from these idiots. How are you going to allow this man, this rapist, alleged rapist of more than 30 women, to come to our indigenous casino with our MMIW being so huge right now. We're trying so hard to fight that as well. But you're going to bring this man here? Are you going to keep our people safe at that concert like you were safe today from me, Gabe? Will you ensure that there is enough security to keep all of my indigenous people safe when that man is here? As safe as you were today? Because you boosted your security today for me. Little old me and my cell phone. Little old me and my cell phone. And I got all that security and COs and all of that. You slander your words every day. I would gladly answer any of your questions. Feel free to text me, call me. As the show is called, Prove Me Wrong. Prove me wrong. Okay, now we're going to get into this important part because I need to get home. I need to get home to my family. I have a family to take care of. So I need to get home to them. I'm going to finish this here. Okay. Just looking again, just, digging around. I was looking through Tyner. Tyner Cervantes, are you listening? Because you keep trying to have your men serve me. Why don't you come serve me? Why don't you come serve me? Let's see. Tularosa versus Cervantes. Case detail. Filing date, November 1st, 92, Tularosa Municipal. Parties. Defendant 1, Tyner R. Cervantes. Guilty plea. No contest. What is this? Wow. I believe we went over this one last night. Was it? 11/3, 1992. Guilty plea. Okay, let's just keep looking at this because there's some interesting stuff on this paper here. These papers I just found really interesting. Versus the two. And then what is this? Case details. Daniel Bryant, Carrizozo District, September 21st, 2020. Parties to this case. Tyner R. Cervantes. What is this? Petitioner 1, Frizzell Jr., Attorney Todd Holmes. What is this? What do you all got going on here? Well, these will be posted around our community. I don't know. We'll see. These will be somewhere. We'll have to get these to you all so you can look at this. Why is Tyner and Frizzell on this same charge? What is this? Let's get to Frizzell. Let's get to Frizzell here. All day I ran around meeting with people, talking with people, trying to talk to them, whether it be by phone, whether it be in person. People are really afraid. People are really afraid to speak with me and be seen. They are afraid, okay? Y'all should wonder why. So today I get home, and I have 6 or 7 citations from Mr. Cervantes' department. But somehow, someone managed to walk up to my front door and stick me a little envelope with my mean dogs. Imagine that. How did they do that, Tyner? Just walk right up to my front door? How? Let's see what they left me. Let's see what this envelope had. Because after my long day, I was so tired. I thought, man, I need to smoke me a bowl, a joint, something. I need my coffee. And then I got this, and that just all this upsetting news today. This heartbreaking news for my people, for my people's babies, for everything, for all my people. And then you get this. And it's like, man, you're going to need more than a bowl. I thought, oh, this can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. Frizzell J. Frizzell Jr., 141. Oh, I don't know if I should read his address. But it's here in Ruidoso. I had to come off the res, you know. Jurisdiction and all. This is his resume, okay? I had a whole packet for Mr. Frizzell. Man, it just struck me. It just struck me that we're catering to this man. And then we're also catering to Mr. Aguilar. But once we get rid of Mr. Aguilar, we won't have to cater to any more of these people. Here we go. Objective for Mr. Frizzell Jr. To secure and lead executive management position, utilizing my current management experience while maintaining a high profit environment, supported by a committed team of employees. His profile. As an enrolled member of the Mescalero Apache tribe, I have advanced experience and working knowledge of customer service operations, full spectrum of hospitality operations knowledge, including full-service casino operations, table games, slots, cage, players club, marketing, convenience services, golf course, food and beverage operations, banquets, catering, hotel operations, big game hunts, ski resort operations, including the understanding of the specific requirements of budgeting, cost control, payroll, and profit and loss reporting for various departments identified above. Excellence communication skills to maintain positive relations with team members and guests in high volume, fast-paced operation environment. Ability to handle currency and financial reports accurately and to resolve discrepancies promptly. How many of you feel he resolves your discrepancies promptly? This is his resume. Remember, this is what he's saying he does. Computer skills, advanced knowledge in Microsoft Office, specialized systems knowledge, including hotel information systems, yada, 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 yada. It's just a whole bunch of like all these computer stuff, okay? Employment history, IMG Resort and Casino, Chief Operating Officer to 2011 to present. 2011 to present. You all better remember that because that's a long time to be doing this job with this. This is just too much. Responsible for all areas of gaming and hospitality operations for 3 separate properties, including IMG Resort Casino, Casino Apache Travel Center, and Ski Apache. Direct and coordinate activities of all departments to maximize operational efficiency and profit for the tribe. Facilitate the development and administration of short and long-term goals and objectives for organization. Responsible for all operations, including over 1,300 slots, 32 table games, poker, 273 hotel rooms, over 10 F&B outlets, and 1,300 team members. Do you do all that work by yourself, Frizzell? You directors are going to let him take all that credit? But I forgot, he was trained 2.5 weeks. He's got it all. He knows this. Member of the Gaming Compact Negotiations Team. I would like to know how you are a member of that with your charges. How? How are you even working? How do you even have a gaming license to be working in our resort? How? participated and assisted in direct negotiations with the state of New Mexico. That's real scary. It's so scary to think that Frizzell was in negotiations for us with the state of New Mexico. Someone needs to check on that. This highly educated man's work needs to be checked on. Member of the Enterprise Management Board, Audit Committee, Personal Committee, and Marketing Committee. Collaborative leadership style, focus on developing senior team leadership skills. Built around a culture of tradition. I want to know your tradition, Frizzell. When do you practice your tradition? When? Service, excellence, and financial results. Greatly improve operating systems and policies and procedures to increase productivity, efficiency, effectiveness, and reduce labor costs, which resulted in record results. Instrumental in the a lot to read through, a lot, okay? Where was I? Able to maintain and balance objective viewpoint in addressing problems and proposing solutions to streamline operations and improve profitability. Competent, reliable, and committed professional with a proven record of success in a increased distribution to the tribe and built long-standing relationship with investors. Those investors benefit you, not us, you. And what did you increase here? Distribution to the tribe. Mr. Wendell Chino, when I was a little girl, my mom, I feel like, was always getting dividends for us. And I was small. But I remember that. How many times have we gotten a dividend? I'm sure you get them, Mr. Frizzell. Prove me wrong if you don't. Let's see. Successfully led a bond exchange in 2018 of $40 million in senior bond notes converted to bank debt in an effort to reduce interest and pay down debt. There's a lot of money missing. Why haven't we paid this debt down if he's talking all these big numbers? Y'all don't like this, you leaders. Explain these numbers. Tell us what we got left. How much longer do we have to pay and support Warner? When will we finally get these increased distributions from his casino? Directly manage over $75 million in capital projects from planning to completion while maintaining deadlines and project budgets. Results. This part is a little confusing to me because, I don't know all these terms. So if any of you know these terms, feel free to fill me in. Let me know what they mean because I'm not understanding some of this, okay? But I'm going to read it to you because I know some of you will. Results. Fiscal year 2012 was the best EBITDA? EBITDA. Do y'all know what that means? Because I didn't. I was like, what is this? What is this telling me? Let me find my little note with that definition there because I just thought, I need to know what this word is saying. Okay. EBITDA. Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. And then I thought, what's amortization? Gradually writing off loss of an asset. Oh, cost of an asset. Okay, so that's the meaning of EBITDA. Earning before interest, taxes, depreciation, and gradually writing off cost of assets. Okay, so here's back to that word. Fiscal year 2012 was the best EBITDA in the 12-year history of the property at the time, maintained volumes each year after. Y'all listening to this? 2012 to 2014, year to date, EBITDA, October through September. Now there's a plus sign. 2 to 11% average increases per year during a down economy, he says. Wow, that's pretty good. Where's that money? 2015 to 2017, successfully maintained EBITDA again, margins in a region where gaming is highly dependent on oil prices. 2018, Current successfully revamped the entire Players Club database to focus expenses and reinvestment rates on quality players. Increased gaming revenue by $3 million in 2018. Did y'all hear that? He increased revenue, gaming revenue, by $3 million in 2018, and decreased overall expenses by 3.2% within the fiscal year. Reduced operating expenses 4% in first year of as COO. Prove it. Let's see. Show us your books. All of them, all three. I want to see all three of your books, Frizzell. Increased tribal employment by 30% within 3 years without increasing head count as directed by the enterprise board. Wonder whose heads, huh? In 2009, previous management lost the AAA 4 Diamond Award through extensive morale boasting. How many times has he boasted your morale, y'all? Training, regaining focus, and targeting capital projects. Our team regained their AAA 4 Diamond Award in 2017 and each year after, including 2020. Congratulations. Thank you, Frizzell. Way to go. Major capital projects successfully completed. A full 5 million hotel room remodeled. Full 5 million hotel room remodel. And then new 3,120 seat pub restaurant. 6 million dual property casino floor redesign. 12 million construction and installation of 3 ski lifts at Ski Apache. 5 million construction of capital projects. 5 million of 4 zip lines at IMG and Ski Apache. Construction and opening of 1 million full service salon and spa at IMG. Many other capital projects can be referenced. Opened the new sports book at the Inn in 2019, partnering with William Hill to increase revenue to the tribe. What does William Hill get? That name sure is brought up a lot by Gabe and by Frizzell. What does William Hill get? Let's look up William Hill. Who is he? Why is he praised so much? Do we have any checks going to him? Mr. William Hill. It's not his tribe. 2019, fiscal year 2019 became the best EBITDA in the 19-year history of property, he says, through targeted database analytics while controlling costs and labor. Director of Hotel Operations, 2010 to 2011. Responsible for overseeing all hotel operations at a 4 Diamond resort. The property is a full-service 4 Diamond award-winning luxury resort consisting of 273 guest rooms and suites. Responsible for the success of over 500 team members. Assists all divisions with identifying cost control measures and new opportunities for growth, successful in the development and promotions of 4 new tribal member managers. Let us know who. Let us know who were those 4 new members, who those new managers were, so we can do their background check. I hope you all start doing those background checks on everybody. Got all these crooks running everything, getting all this top dollar from us. Next, Leisure Hotels and Resort, General Manager, The Lodge at Sierra Blanca from 2008 to 10. Pretty much the same cut and paste type stuff. And then back down to IMG Resort and Casino, Hotel Manager from 06 to 08. Manage daily operations of hotel departments, including front desk, concierge, housekeeping, call center, business center, box office, guest service. You know, all that little stuff there that is mentioned in the other ones. You know, just a few little tweaks. Executive housekeeper, 05 to 06. Who'd you work for? Who was your supervisor? Assistant front office manager, 04 to 05. Pretty much the same. Assistant golf course superintendent, 97 to 04. Tell me how this man was able to work from 97 to 04 under his father. I've never been able to work under my father. Not any of them, Eddie or Al. Personal references. Now you see, this part here I find really interesting because I've, recently found out that Mr. Frizzell owns condos. He owns these condos. Maybe this is how he got them. Mr. Robert Maroney. Let's talk with him, ask. Let's look into these condos. Let's see how that was purchased. Okay, are you all paying attention to Mr. Frizzell's resume? We just went over that. That was just his resume. Next, we're going to go over here, right here. You ready for this, y'all? Petition. Listen. Let's see what's this date. Listen. Petition to expunge arrest records and public records pursuant to the Criminal Record Expungement Act. Whose is this? Whose paper? Whose expungement petition do we have here? It couldn't be our COO of 3 entities. No, it can't be. Is it you? Is it you? I guarantee that all of this that I'm doing, everything, they could come arrest me right now, and I'd be happy knowing that you all know these people's background. Okay, y'all need to start looking into this. State of New Mexico, 12th Judicial District, County of Lincoln. Filed 12th Judicial District Court, Lincoln County, 9/21/2020. Just this past September. Wow. 7 months. 7 months ago. 7 months ago. 9 in the morning. Bright and early, weren't you? Court clerk, Miss Katrina Watson. Okay. In the matter of the petition for expungement by Frizzell Jr., Honorable Daniel A. Bryant. Petition to expunge arrest records and public records pursuant to the Criminal Record Expungement Act. Comes now. The petitioner Frizzell Jr. by and through his undersigned attorney, Todd A. Holmes, and would show the court the following. 1. The court has jurisdiction over the parties and the subject matter herein. 2. On December 14, 2001, the petitioner pled no contest to count 1, possession of controlled substance, to wit, cocaine, a 4th-degree felony in the state of New Mexico versus Frizzell Jr., cause number D-1226-CR-2001-00104. Interesting. Interesting. Number 3, on February 8, 2002, the court entered its conditional discharge withholding judgment pursuant to 31-2013 NMSA 1978. The petitioner was placed on supervised probation for a period of 18 months. A copy of said conditional discharge is attached hereto as Exhibit A and incorporated herein by this reference. Number 4, on March 28, 2003, after there was a finding of the probation violation, the court ordered that the condition discharge be revoked and the sentence was deferred for a period of 18 months pursuant to the order revoking probation and imposing deferred sentence filed herein on April 29, 2003. A copy of said order is attached hereto as Exhibit B and incorporated herein by this reference. Should I go over the exhibits now, or would you like me to wait and go after them, go over them next? Let's see. Exhibit B, what is it? Exhibit B is what I went over with you all already. His charges on 4/20, I went over these charges. Let's see. State of New Mexico, Frizzell Jr., date of birth, yada yada, social, yada yada, order revoking probation and imposing deferred sentence. Okay, this is Exhibit B, what they're referring to here in this petition to expunge him. This matter having come before the court for plea and imposition of sentence, probation, revocation on the 28th day of March 2003, the state of New Mexico being represented by its Assistant District Attorney, Michael J. Bongard. Interesting name. And the defendant appearing together with counsel Dan Bryant. Figures Dan Bryant. And the defendant having previously been given a conditional discharge on the 20th day of February 2002. A petition to revoke probation having been filed on the 29th day of July 2002, and the defendant having entered a plea of no contest to the allegations containing in the petition for probation revocation. And the court having reviewed the file and record herein, and having heard statements of counsel and defendant, and being otherwise advised in the premises. It is the finding of the court that the defendant has violated terms and conditions of his probation. I wouldn't even understand how you're going to present this when you're asking to be expunged, but you're going to tell them you couldn't meet your probation conditions for your cocaine possession. And we hire you. How much do we pay Frizzell, you all? How much does Frizzell make? Let's look at this. Maybe he should start paying that back. It was the prior sentence of the court as imposed on the 20th day of February 2020 that a condition discharge was entered and the defendant was placed on probation for a period of 18 months. It is the order of the court that the defendant's probation and conditional discharge be revoked. It is the judgment of the court that the defendant is guilty of count 1, possession of a controlled substance, to wit, cocaine, 30-31-23D, NMSA 1978, a 4th-degree felony, date of offense 070801. This is all submitted by our great COO, the owner of our casino. You know how he loves to say my lawn, my casino. All of this is submitted by him, you all. You all better wake up and look at this. Listen to this. You want to see it? You come by, I'll show you. It is further ordered that the defendant be given credit for pre-sentence confinement credit from October 3rd, 2020 through March 28th, 2002, October 30th, 2002, through March 28th, 2003, for a total of 150 days. It is further ordered that sentencing in this matter be deferred for a period of 18 months, and the defendant be placed on supervised probation for 18 months, subject to the probation conditions previously imposed and subject to the following special conditions. Number 1, this will be a zero-tolerance probation. 2, the defendant will seek and successfully complete substance abuse counseling. How did that go for you, Frizzell? Dang, if we knew you had that, you could be doing that for us at our casino. We could pay you to do that instead of running it. The defendant shall attend Narcotic Anonymous and AA at the discretion of Adult Probation and Parole. The defendant will maintain full-time employment. The defendant will pay probation costs $25 per month. The defendant shall be subject to warrantless searches of his person's vehicle and or residence at the discretion or direction of his probation officer or any law enforcement officer. 7, the defendant shall be subject to random urinalysis. 8, the defendant is not to enter into or remain in any establishment. Get this. Are you all listening to this? Primarily purpose is to sell alcohol. The sale of alcohol. I know that's when he was on probation. But this man couldn't even go into a bar. And we have him over here running things. But this is why he can't respect our laws. He couldn't even respect white man's laws. Why would he respect ours? It is the order of the court that pursuant to DNA Identification Act 2916-1, the defendant will be required to submit DNA samples. The Adult Probation and Parole, office will collect the statutory fee of $100 in accordance with the rules and regulations of the New Mexico Department of Corrections. It is the order of the court that pursuant to 3112.8a, the defendant shall pay a fee of $75 to the district court clerk for transmittal of the general fund of the state of New Mexico to defray the cost of chemical and other analysis of controlled substances. Signed, Karen L. Parsons, District Judge, Division 3. Approved, Michael Bogart, Assistant District Attorney. And then Dan Bryant, attorney for the defendant, signed 4/21/03. So that was exhibit, B? Okay, now let's go back to this petition and carry on after his first exhibit. 5, on May 12, 2004, the court entered an order of dismissal on deferred sentence. A copy of said order is attached hereto as Exhibit C and incorporated herein by this reference. Exhibit C. What happened to Exhibit A? Where did Exhibit A go? Did I miss that, y'all? I don't know. We're just going to have to go over it, I guess. Anyway, here's Exhibit C. Let's go over this Exhibit C. State of New Mexico Corrections Department Probation and Parole Division. May 4th. I can't really see that date that it's stamped in by the clerk, Jan Perry, it looks like. 12th District Court, Carrizozo, County of Lincoln, State of New Mexico, cause number D1226, on and on and on. State of New Mexico versus Frizzell, order of dismissal on deferred sentence. It appearing to the court that on March 28th, I believe that says 2000 or it might be 2003. Hold on, it's back here somewhere. This paper is really, 2003. It's kind of like real tiny. It's hard to see. The Honorable Karen L. Parsons deferred sentencing the defendant for a period of 1 year, 1 month, 0 days on a conviction of possession of a controlled substance, to wit, cocaine, 30-3123D, 4th degree felony, as evidenced by a copy of the judgment entered in this cause, which is attached to the original of this order, and it further appearing to the court that the period of deferment expired on April 27, 2004 with revocation. This expiration date reflects the application of 0 days pre-sentencing confinement credit. Therefore, it is ordered that the defendant is relieved of any obligations imposed on him or her by said order of the court and has satisfied criminal liability. He satisfied their criminal liability for the crime, and pursuant to Section 3120-9, said order, NMSA 1978, this cause is hereby dismissed by the Probation Division, is relieved from any further supervision of the above-named defendant, and pursuant to Section 3113-1 NMSA 1978, the defendant is now eligible for restoration of voting rights. Wow. So you got your voting rights back. That's good, Frizzell. Kind of need you to vote. Now let's go back to this. Number 6. The petitioner has paid all the fines and fees owed to the state of New Mexico for his conviction. 7. This petitioner shall be served on the following entities entitled to notice: A, the 12th Judicial District Attorney's Office; B, New Mexico Department of Public Safety; C, Ruidoso Police Department; and D, Ruidoso Downs Police Department. 8. There is no other charge or proceeding that is pending against the petitioner. 9. Justice will be served by the court's entry of an order to expunge. I'd like to know how justice will be served, but oh well, we'll get back to that. In order to aid the court in the determination, the petitioner respectfully submits his letter to the court, which is attached hereto as Exhibit D and incorporated herein by this reference. Yeah, Exhibit D. Frizzell, you got a letter here, Mr. COO. You didn't sign your exhibit. You just typed your name. So who typed it for you? They didn't remind you to sign it? To 12th District Judicial Court, from Frizzell J. Frizzell Jr. I, Frizzell J. Frizzell Jr., am seeking expungement. These are his words. This is his writing, he says. He didn't sign it, so maybe we shouldn't say his. But he attached it saying it's his. He attached it to his document saying it's his. I'm seeking expungement of my criminal record in the 12th Judicial District Court. It has been 16 years since I completed my sentence. 16 years since he completed his sentence. And nearly 19 years since my initial charge. I had just turned 19 years old when I was originally charged. Oh, you were a child. 19-year-old child. I take full responsibility. Did you hear this? Gabe didn't even say this. I take full responsibility for my actions back in 2001. And I believe I have since lived a life of leadership and positivity while giving back to my community. If you took full responsibility, Mr. Frizzell, we wouldn't be barely finding out about these now. You would have came and said, you know what, I have this background, but let me prove to you all that I can do this. No, you just came in and these idiots put you there, and did you prove to us? You proved to us something, but it wasn't that you could be successful. Not for us anyway, for yourself. You successfully got you some condos, secured your future. I would like to know how you give back to your community, because right here you say, leadership and positively while giving back to my community. What do you give us? What do you give your community? Are you talking about your Mescalero community where you're enrolled, you know, the place you're enrolled and employed? Are you talking about Ruidoso where you live? Which community? I have been married to my spouse, Cassie, I believe Cassie, I think it's Cassie, for 13 years, and we have 4 children that we share together. 3 are currently attending Ruidoso High School, and 1 is in Ruidoso Middle School. We have raised our children to be honest and to do well in school. I hope so. I hope so. All of which are in sports, have good grades, and understand the importance of following the law. Who taught them? Who taught them the importance of following the law? Because it couldn't have been you. It couldn't have been you. You were too busy hiding the law from us, hiding what they have on you. And knowing the law. I have been honest with them about my past, so they can understand the difficulties that having a criminal record can bring. What difficulties do you have, Frizzell? What difficulties do you have? Because from what I understand, with your criminal record, we've only lifted you up. We've only helped you, give you this mighty kingdom you have. We have homeless tribal members. Tons of homeless tribal members. This man don't even live on his own res. He had enough money to go buy condos and buy a home for himself here in Ruidoso. But we have tribal members living in tents, living in living rooms, putting blankets up to separate a room so you can have a roof over your head. The nerve of you. The nerve of you, Frizzell. I hope you leave now. I hope you step down. Y'all need to make him leave. He needs to leave. Through many years of hard work and dedication in various positions, in 2011, I was appointed to be the Chief Operating Officer of the Inn of the Mountain Gods Casino Apache and Ski Apache. I have held this position for nearly 9 years, achieving, listen to this, record results Year after year. Give it up for Mr. Frizzell. Record results. Who benefited from those results? Let's see your results. Let's see where all of that went. Let's see. You lying man. You lying criminal. Nearly 9 years he's been lying to us. Did you hear that right here? I have held this position for nearly 9 years. If you ask me, he owes us a lot of money. 9 years worth. 9 years worth. All these criminals lied to us all these years. Get it back. Why did they get and we were over here paying? As our children get older, Cassie and I want to venture into other businesses. Yes, we know. We see. And political opportunities in both the public and private sectors. Because of what happened 19 years ago, various background checks could end in a negative way for me, thus impacting my spouse and my children at the same time. I sure hope that this does end negatively for you and positively for us. You've had enough. You've had enough. Enough time sitting there filling your pockets in that big old belly of yours. Did you get up today and go get your own lunch, or did you send your secretary? Oh no, you were in a meeting, an illegal meeting at that. You all were sitting in an illegal council meeting. Every time you sit at that inn and have a council meeting, call to order a council meeting in that inn, it is illegal. It states it right here in this great book of ours. Do you see this book right here? Look, you see it right here. It states in there, you cannot hold a council meeting at the inn. It is to be held at our tribal offices. So you're just turning all our council members into crooks now? You all are sitting in there in an illegal meeting. You all better start learning your codes, your constitution. Stop listening to Nelva's idiocy telling you that our people don't go by the constitution. Why, Nelva? Explain it to me. Somebody who understands a little more than them, explain it to me how we don't go by that. This is what I've been told. Do you truly sit there and tell them? And then do you all truly believe her? General counsel. You better get that general counsel out of there. You better get that money back from her too. You better go into Nelva. You better look at everything she's collected. It don't say anywhere in this book, general counsel. Nowhere does it say general counsel. I don't remember going to those offices and putting my little mark for Nelva, for Tyner, for Frizzell, for Judge Dahl, for Helen, for Yolanda, for any of these women, these men, these people. None of them. None of them. I'm sorry, but this is just so upsetting. I need to figure out where I was at. I can't believe this. The gaming business is relatively small in this country. And if you are denied a gaming license in any district, it will follow you to the next. Just like your felony charges. They do not go away. They follow you. When this law was passed in New Mexico, I believe it was created for people like me who have completely turned their life around in a positive way and have made an impact on the lives of so many people. You sure did make an impact. You sure did. Warner and them are probably very impacted by you. I urge the court to grant this request so I can permanently put the negative past behind me. Thank you. And then typed, not signed by this great COO, this great educated man who couldn't use enough common sense to sign his own document. You deceitful man. You sign it and remember all this if you weren't trying so hard to be deceitful. Here we go. Number 10, this is the petition again. Back to the petition. No other criminal conviction of the petitioner has occurred for a period of at least 4 years. Number 11, the petitioner is currently 38 years of age. The petitioner has no other convictions for any crimes, felonies, or misdemeanors. Additionally, the petitioner has worked very hard to become a contributing member of society and is attaching his current resume, which I read to you all. His cut and paste resume. I wonder who wrote that for him. Is attached here too as Exhibit E. Oh, I got ahead of myself and just read it, huh? And incorporated herein by this reference. Number 12, the length of time that has passed since the date of the offense is a little more than 17 years. 13, petitioner seeks to expunge any and all arrest records and public records relating to Lincoln County case number D-122-CR-2001-00104. Wherefore the petitioner respectfully prays this court enter an order to expunge the arrest records and public records in the state of New Mexico versus Frizzell Jr., Lincoln County. You all want to see this in person? You come, I'll give you a copy. You come on by. Cause number D, I just read all that. And for such other further relief as the court deems just and proper. Holmes Law Firm, LLC, by Todd A. Holmes. Let's see who pays Holmes Law Firm as well. Let's look into that. Somewhere I missed Exhibit A. And I'm not sure where. But it's his conditions of discharge, okay? State of New Mexico, County of Lincoln, 12th Judicial District, cause number, yada yada. State of New Mexico versus Frizzell Jr., date of birth 82, social conditional discharge. This matter having come before the court on the 8th day of February 2002 for imposition and sentence. The defendant being present together with his attorney, Linda Hollander, and the state of New Mexico being represented by her assistant district attorney, Pamela B. Dobbs, and the defendant having previously pled no contest on December 14, 2001, to count 1, possession of a controlled substance, to wit, cocaine, a 4th-degree felony, and the state having dismissed... Listen to this. I just feel like this is just the nerve of you all. Just because it was dismissed doesn't mean it didn't happen, okay? The state having dismissed count 2, possession of marijuana, more than an ounce, less than 8 ounces. 8 ounces. Let me see. Am I doing this right? Are you all aware of how much 8 ounces is? An ounce even? And we're being criminalized for this. 8 ounces. A special penalty misdemeanor And account 3, possession of drug paraphernalia, a special penalty misdemeanor. The court, having reviewed the pre-sentence report submitted by the Department of Corrections, Adult Probation and Parole Division, and having heard statement of the counsel and being otherwise fully advised of the premises, it is the order of the court that the judgment being withheld pursuant to 31-2013 NMSA 1978, it is further ordered the court conditional discharge is entered in this matter. The defendant is placed on probation for a period of 18 months under the supervision of New Mexico Department of Corrections, Adult Probation and Parole Department, under the terms and conditions of the standard probation agreement and with the following special terms and conditions. 0 tolerance probation. Defendant will seek successful... Oh, we read all these. We did read all these. So do you all find that interesting? Don't you all think that it is time before it gets to his 10-year anniversary of employment with us, with our great entities that he just loves to say he is, okay? Don't you think it's time for him to leave? Don't you think it's time for us to find an actual COO? Who helped hide this? Who kept this secret for him? Was it another felon? Another criminal? Mr. Aguilar, I've gone over your charges. Maybe we'll go over an expungement for you. Let's see if that pops up on my door. Have you submitted one that we don't know about? I don't know. Maybe my visitor will come back. I'll leave again tomorrow and see what shows up for me. How is this happening? We put these people there, except Dorlin, but we put all the rest of them there, and they're allowing this. You council members, I'm holding you responsible too, because I keep saying Gabe, I keep saying Nelva, but I just need 3 of you to see the truth, to see what's going on, and to tell them, no, let's look at this. Why haven't any of you done anything? You know, there was a letter going around for Mr. Bruinger before his term regarding carbon money. Someone brought up carbon money today, and it was reminded to me that was never resolved. What happened to that? Why does Mr. Bruinger have to go with our president everywhere? Why, Gabe? You're not competent? You write these great things out. You read great speeches to us when you do your Facebook feed. You all better start demanding this general meeting if we're going to bring these sex offenders, these alleged people raping these people. Then you all better start asking. You all better look into this. Robin, how could we bring these people? We already have enough victims. We're already trying to promote our MMIW and standing up for that. How is this promoting that? What director was supposed to be terminated that Frizzell didn't want terminated? You know, it's time for us Apaches, Mescalero Apaches, to take back our reservation, to take back our entities, to go in there and see. Let's go to our accounting ladies. Not Sharon, no. Not this lady. Not Jamie either. No, let's see what they can give us. Let's see what they want to talk about. Because it should be those ladies that are in charge. It should be those ladies, not Sharon. Let's get Miss Morin. Let's ask Miss Morin what happened, why she left after all those years. Did anybody ever find out who the director of the travel center is? So we can look into how Miss Adams was able to go for 3 days in a row and sit at the same machine and win $3,000 each day at that travel center right there. Right over those little mountains there. That needs to be looked into. Maybe she's just lucky. Pure luck. It could have been pure luck. But that's very interesting. It needs to be checked. It needs to be checked. Look into it. I don't believe, I mean, she could be, because, you know, Miss Yolanda Adams was the one mentioned the other day regarding her nursing school. Straight out of nursing school into management. Also very lucky. Very lucky. Helen, Miss Lab Tech. The position you're throwing around. What are the qualifications for that? Do you have to have any type of Indian blood to work there, to do that job? Let us know. Let us know, Helen, if you have Indian blood that we don't know about. That we're putting you over our tribal people. Letting you treat them so wrong. So ugly. Even our elders. Let me see you treating my elders like that. I dare you. I dare you. Y'all better learn some respect for yourselves first, so you can learn to fight for your people. Educate yourselves. You allowed us to vote for you and to put you in those positions. You better learn that code, and you better start removing these people. Or when they're finally removed, you might end up going with them. Let's see when all this starts coming out, who starts pointing. Let's see all these rats, just coming out. All the truth will find out. You would not believe the things I have found out since my Prove Me Wrong. I'm very interested to go home and to see what they bring me, what they want to do. Serve me, arrest me. I'm ready for any of it. I will fight for my people until I'm dead. My Apache don't go away. It doesn't just expire, run out. Today I don't feel Apache. No. No. We'll look into Frizzell and his entity, his directors. How many of them have DUIs? Get rid of them too. Sexual assault on them. Get rid of them too. You want to violate my freedom of speech. Violate my right to take my medication. We're going to start showing. We're going to keep on every day. Every day we'll show all these crooks. Criminals punishing us. Filling their pockets. I want to know how you all justify T.I., the great T.I. coming to our casino. And then all of you girls, all of you tribal members sharing and posting, oh my God. And then you go back on your page and you have MMIW all over it. You can't do both. You cannot support the victims and then support the person doing it. So you all better open your eyes and see all of this. Each and every one of us Apaches matters. Each and every one of us Apaches put those people there. They have no business lying to us, hiding, being so deceitful, going behind not one back, but thousands of backs to hide their criminal background. But they want to treat us like criminals. Pull my background and tell me I'm a criminal. Let's put my background to Frizzell. Let's put my background to Gabe, to Tyner. I've never, ever, ever, and never will agree with making excuses for an abusive man, an abusive boy. There are no abusive men, abusive boys. Once you touch a woman, you will never be a man. You remember that? Sitting up there with your pay. How are we going to keep promoting all this negativity? How are we going to keep allowing it? You all better open your eyes. Wake up. Don't you see? You can literally just look at these men. Look at the time they started the job to now. We've been feeding them. Literally feeding them. They were feeding the wrong thing. They should have been feeding here, building for us. But they were feeding here, their pockets, their belly. Bleeding our tribe dry. Yes, they were. They are. Do you all realize everything we've lost already? Social service being a 638, it's gone. BIA Forestry, or I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, so don't get mad at me. If I say it wrong, you just got to correct me again, okay? Takes a minute because this is a lot of info to learn in just a short time. But anyway, what happens when they're 638 and we start getting sued by everybody? And then they put in their people, all of you forestry people that are there now, commenting on Gabe's post. You're doing a great job, Mr. President. Keep it up. He's getting rid of you. He's getting rid of you. You won't even have your job anymore, Mr. Forestry worker. I've been told that Mr. Brian Torres is being considered for forestry manager, or I'm not sure all these positions, but that's a rumor that I heard. Mr. Brian Torres. Man, just look at all these little connections here. Do you not see it? Do you not see it? Any of you? You're just going to sit there and allow it, just be blind to it, keep acting like you don't see it? Helen, you should probably find another job. You have no business here treating my people with such disrespect. You have no idea our people's history. Do you even understand why our people have IHS? Do you understand the government's treaty with us to care for us? You should find another job, Helen. Darling, let's see if you end up back in that hospital. Why have all these experienced people and just bring you back? Why? What's there? Why just you? Miss Rainey and Jotty. Rainey, go, man. Go. I'm behind you. You have no idea your fan base, Rainey. Go. We're behind you. Fight for that position. I don't know what this panel I keep hearing about. This panel, but Rainey apparently made it to the panel. Rainey, fight. Get your job. Continue to be there for your people. Don't let them chase you off. Go back and get your job. Helen, go back to Thule. Yolanda, remember your heart. You're Apache. Don't abuse your power. Who you know. Remember, all of you. You see them taking someone back before you, you better speak up. Myself has been sitting here for 3-4 hours. Don't you dare take them back before me. Who else has left a job that shouldn't have? Sonia Morin. Somebody, I'm sure she don't have Facebook. Knowing Sonia, she's too focused. She's just too focused. Get her back. Bring her back. Let's see why she left accounting. Let's get Sharon out of here. Sharon Scott, you can go. You can leave too. Jamie Valdez, go too. Follow. You're Sharon's little pet, I hear. Every single person. Have you ever sat down with like 50-something people in one day and your name came up at least 30 times? 30 times at least. That's more than half of the people. Kalis resigned after 31 years. Why, Miss Kalis? Tell us why you resigned. All of you people just resigning, just quitting. After so many years of your life, you devoted to this department, to this tribe. Why? Tell us why you're resigning. Tell us. It should be these other people resigning. Herman, you should resign. Frizzell, you should resign. Gabe, you should resign. Tyner, you all, will somebody with connections find out if Tyner is allowed to even possess a weapon in the state of New Mexico, because I heard a pretty serious rumor. Can you own a weapon, Tyner? Can you show us that proof, please? It's in your office. You're able to look up everything. I went to a training in your office for that. It's so crazy. I went to a training in your office to look up people, but people were still coming to our office to look them up because you didn't do it. Was it just there to hide your background? So you knew who was looking up who? BIA, let's get someone down here to go into there. Let's get that looked into. Protect and serve our people. We need that. We need that. Let's get us a real victims advocate. Let's see where that position came from. If they're going to make me leave my home just to do what is my right, which is freedom of speech, smoke my weed, I'm going to bring it all out. You all are very lucky that my phone is almost dead and my children need me home. Because I have so much more, but that's the real important stuff. The real important stuff I want. I'll keep doing it. Every day I'm going to bring something new to this. Prove me wrong. All of you that I call out, if you don't like it, prove me wrong. Show me that these allegations that all our members are telling us, all our tribal members want to know, are asking. Yeah, come ask. Talk to me. I don't care. Let's talk to Sean Youngman. Sean has some very, very interesting stories about buying back in the day, sellers, dealers, what they dealt. Let's stop letting our leaders abuse our rights, take them away from us, act like they're doctors, play God with all of our lives. I know some of you truly need your marijuana. I know. But apparently, our leaders don't think so. You all, I need you all to come and help me. Let's go get Gabe out of his office. Let's take him out. Let's get that petition, something. I say we go down there and we tell him to leave. He has no business there. Not him. Not General Counsel Nelva. Ooh, Nelva. We didn't put you there. You don't need to be there either. You have no business there, Nelva, letting your people down. Meth is included on that little thing that they put on us for our cannabis. But what are they doing to stop the meth from coming in? That's the question, Miss Hernandez. Because we all know where we get cannabis. It's just right here at the stores, you know. We can get it with our medical card. But where are these people getting meth? You know, that's a good point. Where is the meth coming from? Let's look at these two gentlemen. Man, let's look at these two gentlemen that like to go to White River. Let's look at these other two gentlemen that are always in Tule. Roswell. Start looking into who's bringing meth to my people. Stop trying to shut me up for my marijuana because I oppose you. The man who once sat to me and asked me to help educate our people, our council members. And now you're going to try to shut me up for calling you out. Let's see your background, Gabe. Let's see it. Are you abiding everything you need to? Are you current right now with the court? Have you submitted all the documents you needed for your case? Do you know what I mean? We all love our kids, each of our children. Y'all, contact me. Let's go down there and tell him to leave. Let's make him leave. Do you remember when they made my Uncle Paul leave? My Uncle Paul was doing wrong. They said they had enough evidence. And you know, I wasn't really into politics back then. But it happened. They made him leave. Let's go do that to Gabe. Paul couldn't have been doing anything like this. I don't remember Paul having this type of background. I don't remember him lying to us this many years. 2011, I believe. Man, and then how long has Frizzell been at his job? What a coincidence. Let's go make these people leave. Get these crooks out of here. Call me, contact me. And if I go to jail, you all better keep fighting. You better march right down to that office and you make him leave. Then that way they'll make Judge Dahl leave. Call her in. That lady's a traffic citation waiting to happen. You look her up. That's all she has. You'll see her fly by you on her way home here to Ruidoso. Let's see if that's a tribal home she's in. I'll cruise up there to 127E. I don't know if I should give them your address. Putting all these people away, issuing these warrants. How many of you have warrants from this past week's All Colors call? How many of you have warrants for marijuana because you didn't go check in with your probation officer for your marijuana charge? Let's hear it. You got a warrant for marijuana, but we got criminals, felons running our tribe. How are they going to put a warrant on us or any of us for a plant? But they're going to snort or shoot or whatever they do, however you do. What, cocaine? Cocaine? I'm going to go home now because this is a long feed. Yes, God bless my Uncle Paul. Rest in peace. But just like him, they removed him. Let's remove Gabe. I appreciate all you all's comments. I love to read them. I appreciate the phone calls. I appreciate all the honesty from our tribal members. I'm not going to stop. I will fight for all of you that I speak to. Every one of you that I speak to, I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting, and I'm not going to stop. Gabe, Nelva, Tyner, Frizzell, Dole, who else did we add? Chavez. Yolanda, you just need to stop abusing power. I don't even know where that comes from, where you and Helen just think, oh, I'm the shit now. I'm in charge. I'm in charge. I'm going to be disrespectful and rude AF to these people. You treat people how you want to be treated. You ask Mr. Aguilar. I treated him very good. And then you ask him what I told him. As long as you do right, you will have my support. But the minute you mess up, I will call you out on it. And I am. I'm not a liar or a coward. I'm not blocking anybody. My home phone is 464-2747. Half of you already know my cell number because, you know, I was on a paper to represent my people. Something Gabe said I could do. I'll share pretty soon. I'll share the texts, the emails saying that I could help our people, that it is right for us to represent them. I'll share that. No more. I'll share everything, all my texts with him. So you can see all the things he used to say he wanted to do. Let's go into these departments. Clear them out. Let's see what's being done. Talk to the staff underneath the directors. See what they have to tell you. Get rid of all these directors that have the same type of background. Stop bringing them back and giving them back pay. Whose idea was it to give all these directors back pay for doing wrong? We're investigating what they did wrong, but we're going to give them back pay. Nope. Herman was drinking on the job, on the clock, with our hunters. And if I am wrong, please prove me wrong, because these are some pretty huge allegations. But we brought him back. Terry Lee literally got drunk and went and fought with a client as he laid there. How is it public affray if he didn't engage? Where did that go? Who else? Alvin Benally. Let's look at your past. And then you have your do not disturb private property up there. All these private properties on these people's home for Zales all over. That's not private property. This is Mescalero Apache homeland. At any time, the Mescalero Council can go take your land back. This is our land. Man, we just look out for all these crooks. These directors got 20% back. What? I don't even know how to even start with that one. I really hope that you all join me. I am going to go. I am going to get this man out of there somehow. We're going to remove him. We'll get that petition going. We'll march down there like they did for Paul. We'll have him removed. We'll tell him to leave. Tell him to leave. And take all his people with him. And then we can go and ask to everything be audited to see what they've been doing all these years. We need an audit. We need new leaders. And those of you that aren't with Gabe, then you better start standing up to him. Put your foot down to that big man. Stand to him and tell him, no, no more. You will not do my people wrong. You couldn't even move your refrigerator out of your round table discussion the other night, Gabe. This is why I keep bringing up your belly, because you wouldn't even move your refrigerator. You were representing us, talking about the southern New Mexico's tourist industry being the biggest, and you represented us with a refrigerator. You didn't even answer the questions. You bounced around every one of them and did not. How did we implement our sovereignty into the sports book? How did we implement it? Answer that. You can't. Neville wasn't there to answer it for you. Or Robin, or whoever answers your stuff. You can't. Listen to him speak, you all. You'll hear it for yourself. You know he does not write the things he says. And when he does speak, just out of his own mouth, his own, just having to reply right then, listen, you'll hear it. Let's get him out, guys. You contact me. We'll get him out. All of them. Frizzell, you need to step down. You need to step down. When is this going to be heard? Let's find that out. Let's find this out. They should have us all there. They should have all of us there that have had to deal with these criminals for marijuana, for any of that. Let's all go. Let's all go to his hearing. If it hasn't already happened. Because this was in September of 2020. Then let's go down and find out what we need to do to get Gabe out. Let's just go tell him, leave. There's enough of us. Let's go tell him. All of you need to step down. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep coming until we get our tribe back from you criminals. I sure like to watch your comments from all your followers on your posts. It's so funny. You keep encouraging him, you all. You keep sending him prayers. Backsliders need the most prayers. I pray for him every day. God bless you all. Message me. It would be good to know Mr. Frizzell's outcome. I heard he was denied. Step down, Mr. Frizzell. Mr. Aguilar, Mr. Cervantes, Miss Cervantes. Take your judge with you. And take your little pet, Helen, with you too. Y'all have a good evening. God bless you all. Go get high. I'm going to go home, sit with my babies. See if the honey made any dinner. Probably not. Probably me, because he's pretty tired, but it's okay. Have me some coffee and weed. Wait for my visitors, I guess. God bless you all. Love you. You fight for your Apache people, your Apache land. Mescalero Apache strong. Prove me wrong, all of you criminal leaders and all you hiding them.